All right, guys, this is James of the Jimmy T Podcast here for a featured episode, and we're here to talk to you today about March Madness and what it means for the UCF basketball team. As we start to look forward into the season, you'll start to see every outlet under the sun is going to start giving you their projections for number one seeds, who's going to be able to make the NCAA tournament in March. And one of the things that I think Knights fans will start to look towards if UCF is able to continue this solid stretch that they've been having is the first four in and the first four out. And the first four in are the four teams that will basically be the last in making the cut for the March tournament for the NCAA. And then the last four out are normally who will not make it, obviously. And this, I think the Knights could potentially be in that last four out category. And if so, then that means that not all is lost. The whole season is not a waste, and they've still made great progress because there is something that the last four out are able to do, and that is have a chance to participate in the NIT tournament, which kind of serves as a tournament for all the teams that still had very good years but just weren't good enough to make the 60 teams across all of the college basketball landscape into the big tournament. But this is still a tournament that I think if the Knights were able to make it into, that it could be something that they could be very successful in. Because under Johnny Dawkins, being able to make a tournament like this in the very first year, to have postseason play, I think would be very important for the Knights program as it continues to grow. As this already, at this point, has been a very successful season, and a very surprising season almost under Coach Dawkins, it's something that can be built on further if we're able to get into a tournament like the NIT and make a solid run, because it gives younger players an experience of having postseason play and being able to have a large tournament atmosphere. Because preseason tournaments, unfortunately, as fun as they are, they're not something that will simulate actual postseason play down the line. And so also, this could affect UCF in the recruiting landscape as well, because if they're able to see what Coach Dawkins was able to do without his own players this year, that's something that if he's able to turn around and say, listen, I was able to take another coach's players and do this with them. Imagine what I could do with having you here in my system. And that's a very intriguing question for the Knights to pose. And that is something that while it would be great for them to make the March tournament at the big NCAA tournament, that would be amazing to be able to have that opportunity, as the whole university would very much rally around them. But it's not necessarily the end of the world if they do end up in the NIT, because I feel like there is a lot for them to be gained from it. And if you think I'm wrong, or you want to discuss this and you want to hear more about this, comment below. Interact with me on social media through our Facebook, our Twitter, anything along those lines. Reach out to us. We want to have this discussion, and I'll explain even further why I believe this and why I think it could be beneficial. And all right, guys, this has been another featured episode of the Jimmy T Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.